Have you ever paused to wonder what truly makes a person captivating? Is it their vivid stories, their unshakable confidence, or their ability to connect effortlessly with anyone they meet? Perhaps you've noticed those unique individuals who seem to light up a room, not by being the loudest voice or the flashiest presence, but because they exude something deeper, an air of authenticity, a spark of curiosity, and a steady, calm sense of purpose that draws people in. Now, imagine for a moment, what if I told you that becoming genuinely interesting has little to do with being the center of attention or having a treasure trove of dramatic tales to tell? It's not about showing off or striving to impress others. Instead, it's about something far more meaningful. It's about unlocking a better understanding of yourself, sharpening the way you think, and cultivating the art of engaging with the world in a thoughtful, intentional way. In today's video, we're peeling back the layers to uncover actionable strategies that can transform the way you connect with others, build trust, and leave lasting impressions. But here's where it gets really exciting. The secret to this transformation isn't rooted in flashy self-help tips or surface-level charm. It lies in the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. This ancient philosophy has guided countless people, leaders, thinkers, and ordinary individuals alike, to lead lives of purpose, resilience, and authenticity. It offers practical tools to help you become not just an interesting person, but someone who stands out for the right reasons. Your grounded nature, your thoughtful presence, and your ability to spark meaningful conversations. So, if you're ready to embark on a journey that will reshape how you connect with others and even how you view yourself, then let's dive into how Stoicism can help you cultivate a life of purpose, authenticity, and unforgettable connections. This is about becoming the kind of person whose impact lingers long after the conversation ends. Let's get started. 1. The power of genuine curiosity. The foundation of being interesting isn't about being flashy or having all the answers. It's about being curious, genuinely curious. This means stepping out of your own head and into someone else's world. When we show genuine interest in others, we open the door to deeper connections and more enriching conversations. But how do we cultivate this curiosity? It starts with asking open-ended questions. Instead of asking the typical, "How was your day?" a question that often leads to brief and surface-level answers, try something like, "What made you smile today?" or "What's a recent experience that challenged you?" These questions invite the other person to share not just events, but emotions and reflections that offer a glimpse into their inner world. It's about going beyond the small talk. But asking is only half the equation. The other half is listening, and not just hearing the words, but actively engaging with them. Truly listening means you're present in the moment, nodding in understanding, responding thoughtfully, and showing genuine interest in what the other person is sharing. For example, if someone shares a personal story, don't just wait for your turn to speak. Reflect on their words and ask follow-up questions like, "That sounds like it really shaped your perspective. How did that change the way you approach things now?" This small shift in approach can turn even mundane conversations into moments of connection. Let's say you meet someone who's passionate about gardening. Instead of offering a generic response like, "That's nice," follow up with something more specific. "What inspired you to start gardening?" Or, "Do you have a favorite plant that you've grown?" These types of questions show that you care about their interests and that you see them as more than just a surface-level acquaintance. Not only will you learn something new, but you'll also make the other person feel valued and understood. That's the magic of curiosity. When people feel heard, they begin to open up in ways that reveal deeper layers of their personality and life. 2. The art of meaningful conversations. Building on curiosity, let's explore the art of meaningful conversations. These are conversations that go beyond small talk and create a sense of connection and understanding. What makes a conversation truly meaningful is rooted in presence and purpose. It's about showing up fully in the moment, not distracted by your phone or thoughts of what you need to do next. When you talk to someone, make it your mission to focus entirely on them. Listen to not just what they're saying, but how they're saying it and what they're not saying. This level of presence is what transforms an ordinary chat into something special. One simple but powerful technique to enhance your conversations is reflective listening. This means you're not just absorbing the words, but also understanding and reflecting on the emotions behind them. For example, if someone says, "I've been feeling overwhelmed at work," instead of offering advice right away or jumping into your own experiences, respond with something like, "That sounds tough. What's been the most challenging part?" By doing this, you're not just acknowledging their feelings, but also inviting them to dig deeper into their own experience. This approach shows that you're genuinely interested in their perspective and makes them feel like you're truly there with them in that moment. Another way to enrich your conversations is by finding shared interests. Shared interests are the hidden gems of conversation, and when you discover common ground, whether it's a love for coffee, hiking, or a favorite book, you'll notice how quickly walls come down. It doesn't matter how big or small the common ground is. What matters is that it creates a connection, a sense of mutual understanding. This shared experience can open the door to deeper, more meaningful conversations. Remember, meaningful conversations aren't about impressing others with your wit or knowledge. They're about making others feel seen, heard, and understood. It's not about you, it's about them. When you shift your focus to truly engaging with the other person, you create space for a richer, more authentic connection. And in doing so, you'll find that people are naturally drawn to you, not because of your cleverness or charisma, but because you've made them feel valued. 3. Stoicism and self-awareness. Now let's bring in the Stoic perspective. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, teaches us that self-awareness is at the core of personal growth and meaningful connection. But what does that really mean in practical terms? How do we take these teachings and apply them to our everyday lives and interactions? It starts with reflecting on your own experiences, values, and beliefs. Take the time to think about what truly makes you unique. Perhaps you've overcome challenges that have shaped your worldview, giving you a depth of understanding that others might find valuable. Maybe you have a quirky hobby, something that not many people know about, that gives you joy and a sense of purpose. These are the stories worth sharing. But here's the key: don't share them to impress others. Share them to connect. For example, let's say you're in a social setting where everyone is bragging about their accomplishments. "I landed a big promotion," "I ran a marathon," or "I just got a new house." Rather than joining in with your own story of success, try something different. Share a moment of vulnerability, like a lesson you learned from failure, or a challenging experience that reshaped your perspective. You might say something like, "A few years ago I lost a job, and at the time I thought it was the end of the world. But that setback forced me to reassess my priorities and take a different path. It was one of the hardest yet most rewarding experiences of my life." This kind of authenticity can change the dynamic of the conversation. When you show vulnerability, others are often inspired to do the same. It fosters a sense of mutual understanding and trust. The Stoics believed that true strength comes not from hiding our imperfections, but from embracing them, accepting ourselves as we are. When you're comfortable in your own skin, flaws and all, you project an energy that's magnetic and genuine. Authenticity doesn't just make you more relatable, it makes you captivating. 4. Developing a captivating presence. Your presence speaks volumes before you even say a word. Developing a captivating presence is less about performing or trying to stand out, and more about being fully yourself. It starts with your body language. Think about how you carry yourself. Do you slouch when you walk into a room, or do you stand tall with confidence? The way you hold yourself can instantly set the tone for how others perceive you. Simple gestures, like standing upright, maintaining steady eye contact and offering a warm, genuine smile, can make a huge difference. These small actions signal that you are approachable, confident, and open, and they help put others at ease. Your voice also plays a crucial role in your presence. When you speak, make sure your words are clear and full of energy. Tone, pitch, and pacing can all influence how your message is received. Let's say you're talking about your favorite book. Instead of a flat, "It's good," try to bring some passion into your delivery. "This book completely changed how I see the world. The way the author describes human resilience, it's just breathtaking." You can almost feel the enthusiasm in the second version, and it invites the listener to share in your excitement. And while projecting energy is important, remember that being captivating also means being approachable. Your presence is not only about showing your strengths, but about making others feel comfortable too. Let your authentic self shine through, whether that's through humor, kindness, or your deep passion for something unique, like painting, photography, or even learning about obscure history. The more comfortable you are with who you are, the more others will be drawn to you. When you own your true self, that energy becomes contagious, and people naturally gravitate toward it. In the end, a captivating presence isn't about being perfect or trying to fit into a mold. It's about being real, being grounded, and being present. When you show up fully, you not only make a lasting impression, but you also create space for others to do the same. You become the kind of person who draws others in, not because of any particular trick or tactic, but because you're simply being yourself. 5. Leaving a lasting impression. Finally, let's talk about leaving a lasting impression. The key here isn't about dominating the conversation or being the center of attention. It's about making others feel something meaningful. It's about creating an emotional resonance that stays with them long after the conversation ends. You want to leave a mark on people's hearts, not just in their memory. One powerful way to do this is by embracing vulnerability. Often, we think we need to present ourselves as perfect or invulnerable, but it's our imperfections that truly connect us with others. When you open up and share a personal story, especially one that reveals a struggle or challenge, it fosters a deep, authentic connection. The important thing here is not to share to gain sympathy, but to connect through shared human experience. Imagine you're talking to someone who's facing a difficult situation, perhaps a health scare, or struggling with a major life change. Instead of offering hollow platitudes like, "Everything will be fine," try saying something more personal, like, "I can relate. A few years ago, I went through a similar experience and I felt completely overwhelmed. What really helped me was finding small moments of peace in my day, even if it was just stepping outside for 5 minutes of fresh air." By sharing this, you're not just offering advice. You're humanizing yourself. You're saying, "I understand, and I've been there too." This creates a bond, a sense of camaraderie that shows you're not just a listener, but someone who truly cares and gets it. Another way to leave a lasting impression is to always end interactions on a positive note. This is often overlooked, but the final moments of an interaction can leave a deep impact. Whether it's a compliment, a thank you, or a heartfelt wish, make sure to leave the other person feeling uplifted. For instance, after a meaningful conversation, you might say, "I really enjoyed talking with you today. Your perspective on topic was so refreshing. It really made me think differently about things. A compliment like this not only affirms the other person's value, but it also lets them know that their words and thoughts have had an impact on you. Take a story from a public speaking event, for example. Imagine you're at a conference, and after a great talk, the speaker concludes with a simple but heartfelt statement. I hope that you leave here today with one new thought that will inspire you to take action. I believe in each one of you, and I can't wait to see what you'll accomplish. The sincerity and positivity in those closing words linger long after the event, and people will remember that speaker not for their flashy slides or extensive knowledge, but for how they made them feel. This is the kind of impact you want to create in every interaction. Leaving a lasting impression is all about small, intentional moments. It's the way you make people feel that resonates. It's not about being memorable for being flashy or impressive, but for being genuine and impactful. When you make others feel valued, heard, and appreciated, you leave an imprint on their hearts that will stay with them far beyond the conversation. So there you have it. Practical steps to become more interesting to others, grounded in the timeless principles of Stoicism. Remember, being interesting isn't about performing or trying to impress. It's about connecting. It's about showing up with curiosity, authenticity, and a genuine desire to make others feel seen, heard, and valued. It's about sharing your true self and creating moments of connection that last. If you found value in today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could use a little inspiration in their journey to connect with others. Let's keep building a community that thrives on meaningful interactions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.